His objectives were the one-day races in April, but Arnaud Desmares seems to be ahead of his schedule. On a first stage themed by heavy wind and bold attacks, the man from the north of France was first protected by four of his teammates from FDJ, before showing his great shape in a final duel with Julien Alaphilippe. Desmares left his compatriot behind to ride to his third success this year, and he logically takes the yellow jersey. The Département of the Yvelines will be the starting point of the 75th Paris-Nice. The prelude of this race around the Bois d'Arcy resembles a true spring classic, and everyone's eager to know who will succeed to the Welsh Geraint Thomas, victorious on the Promenade des Anglais last year. The track isn't very difficult today, but strong wind and heavy rain decide to spice things up a little. Team Quickstep seems comfortable with these difficult conditions and uses them to their advantage. An early breakaway group, amongst them Sylvain Chavanel, is quickly reeled in by the Belgians, and even at the back of the pack, the favourites Richie Porte, Alberto Contador and Romain Bardet are taken by surprise and get stuck in the peloton. 50 kilometers from the finish line, the fight is intense, and the 27 men in the leading group precede the pack by 1 minute. And the pack is falling apart. The riders are scattered by the wind. Romain Bardet comes to fall and has to catch up to the pursuers in the manner of a time trialist. In the leading group, the riders follow the pace set by Quickstep. Amongst them Julien Alaphilippe and Marcel Kittel, the great favorites of the stage, just like the Frenchmen Desmares and Coquard. But the stage was exhausting, and 2 kilometers before arrival on the final ascent, the sprinters fall behind. Coquard, Kittel and Greipel are distanced, and Julien Alaphilippe seizes the opportunity to attack 1.5 kilometers before the finish line. Arnaud Desmares follows him, and the sprinter from FDJ logically takes the stage before his compatriot Alaphilippe. With these weather conditions, it was a crazy race. It wasn't as cold as expected, but it was a really hard race. We knew there were going to be a lot of attacks. It was very difficult to follow Julien, but I knew I was going to be faster on the final sprint. The hardest thing was not to let him take off. Third, at 9 seconds behind the two Frenchmen, it was Alexander Kristoff who set the pace of the final sprint. Ninth today and always present in the leading group, the Colombian outsider Sergio Henao can be satisfied after this first stage. Porte finishes the stage 50 seconds after the winner of the day. Contador lost 1 minute, while Bardet is disqualified by the organizers for hanging onto a car after his fall. On Monday, the sprinters should be shining between Rochefort-en-Yvelines and Amilly. The 195-kilometer-long track at the heart of the Bois doesn't offer huge difficulties, but the wind conditions could be close to what was seen this Sunday already.